Hi, welcome to Accordioncafe, and today we've got a hedge trimmer we're going to look at. This is a pretty common garden hedge trimmer, and this particular model is a Bosch. These faults with these hedge trimmers, we'll go through a couple of things which I've found in the past. If you're like me, I use the same lead for the lawnmower as I do for the hedge trimmer. A common fault with these things, especially if you've got a very long extension lead on them, is that you know, you come to use it one day and it'll be dead, all the fuses blowing the plug. Before you go change the fuse in the plug, there's a reason why fuses blow. Old age is one of them, and constantly switching on and off can also shorten the life of a fuse. But with a hedge trimmer or a lawnmower, before you just go and put a new fuse in the plug, take the plug out and inspect the lead along its full length, the whole length, because you may have caught it in your lawnmower, or you may have caught it in the teeth, the blades of the hedge trimmer. And if you go and put a new fuse in, it may not blow the fuse if it's not shorting at that particular time, but like we see here, you see that's had that's been caught in something, and the live, I think, yeah, I can actually see strands. So this mains lead here, in that spot anyway, will have to be shortened and refitted into the plug, the extension there. And so this could happen at this. It's very common with these. They get caught in garden machinery. They get damaged, and you know, if you just replace the plug and not find the damaged, if it's a damaged lead, then you've got a very dangerous object, because as we know, gardens have a dew, and they obviously when the lead gets wet, it's going to conduct, and it could conduct through you. So check your lead first. If your lead's okay and you're quite sure it's not damaged, replace the fuse in the plug. If the fuse blows again, then you need to check your wiring in this plug in case it's pulled and the strands are twisted and touching. Next thing we do now then, to do this, we'll take this apart. Okay, on this one, as on many others, there's a clip on here. You need to prise this off, get rid of that. Then you'll need your screwdriver, and there's a lot of screws holding these bodyworks together. Always work so you can see the plug. These are very dangerous, you know, if they switch on. And well, there we are. Make sure you can see the plug when you work on these. On this particular one, this is a Bosch, and they're only 350 watt. They're not great big power suckers, you know. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 screws holding this, and you'll need a T15, which is a like a star drive, you know. So that's a T15 to take these screws out. I've loosened them already, so I don't bore you to tears taking screws out, which I'm famous for, and I'll hold my hands up to that. And then we should be able to take this apart then. All the screws are out. There we are. They're all loose, so we'll just see if we can split the body now. The next protocol will be the meter on the leads to see if we've got a short in the lead, because these leads have a lot of movement when they're being used, and you know, it's very often inside the lead. You can't see the short, but it's actually shorting out inside the lead. It's an internal fault then. So the case is beginning to split now, as you can see. which is the best half to come off. This is the best half, the side of the screw holes up. There we are, so off it comes. Now then, now what you need to do now is take a photograph, take a picture of what goes where, just in case. So we have a quick look at this now. Where should we start? Well, let's look at the commutator. Now the commutator looks a bit, it's had a good use, but there we are, these things do run for a long time. I was just looking at a magnifying glass because any bad worn parts on this, no, that'll run okay. There's no problems yet with that. You don't touch them with your fingers, and there's no pathway being worn in by the brushes on the commutator. So the mains lead comes in, and it comes into this piece of barrier strip here. Okay, there's its first protocol, the barrier strip here. Now, if you put your meter across that and see if there's a short, there's your multimeter, and to check that, we'll put it across and see what happens. I'm not going to disconnect any wiring yet. I'll just put it on the straight, that one there. If there's a short, it'll show up. Nothing. So we're probably safe to say it's not the lead. But what you should do is connect these multimeters, probes, put them in the barrier strip with the lead, disconnect the outgoing end, the outgoing leads, tighten your screws up, just snug them up, don't over tighten them, and then test it with a resistance check. It should be infinite. We've got a suppression capacitor here, this suppressor here. Now that could be a problem, that could possibly be leaking, and if it's leaking, electrically speaking that is, then you'll need to replace it. So that's your suppression suppressor there, that is. It's just a plug-in one, that is. That's a nice, I like that. Saves you messing with that. So that just plugs in, that's quite nice. And after that, we've got an on-off switch. This here operates that lever there, and doesn't do anything. Yes, it goes up and down, doesn't it? Yeah. So how does that work? This must be, oh, it's on a spring here. There we are. So that's the on-off switch there, which is worked by this handle. And there's also another, there's the other one here, and that gears, where did it go? See, this fell out this, didn't it? Oh, that goes to the other side of it as well. And to make it work, they both have to be pulled. That's right, of course,